Hello guys and Vanakkam back to my channel. I'm starting this video with the same excitement I started my first video with, which was uploaded on Jan 1, 2020. The way I walked into this video was completely different from the way I'm walking out from this year. It feels like an entirely different person walked into 2020 and an entirely different person is walking into 2021. The amount of change that could happen over a span of 2 to 3 years, I feel happened in one single year. That's how impactful this year was for me. So I thought it was super important to make a psychological assessment of what went right, what went wrong, what are the lessons that I'm taking out. And I thought that my last video for 2020 should just be a look back. The two major lessons that I learned during this year was letting go of the past and perspective. So it's very important for us to first figure out what went right and what went wrong. And when I look back, this year kind of feels like the year that I needed, the punch that we all need in our face or the rock bottom that we all need to hit in order to realize what the reality is, right? So I decided to make note of the things that went right and went wrong. And obviously for a lot of people, a lot of things would have been not as we expected. There would have been a lot of disappointment just because of how surprising this year was. On a personal level, this year was kind of not too good, not too bad, a year full of lessons for me. So first, I would like to look at what went right. First thing that went right was obviously YouTube. Though I had expected more numbers for the channel, at the same time I equally expected it to not grow at all. I know a lot of people come into YouTube expecting to grow, but that was just opposite of what I was expecting. I was comfortable making videos because the fact that I was able to make videos and put it on YouTube was huge for me. Because at one point I used to be a very shy, timid person who could barely speak in front of 3 or 4 people. And then to go ahead and make videos on YouTube possibly has the potential for thousands of people to see. You know, to expose yourself like that, that was great. 2020 gave me that thought. 2020 gave me that confidence because I had a lot of time with myself, for myself. So I was able to do that. So YouTube was one thing that definitely went right. And the amount of decisions I had to make in my business and my professional life was very significant. And 2020 forced me to make a lot of it, which I feel, I have an intuition that it's going to play a very pivotal role in the years to come. And I feel it would be the same for a lot of people. A lot of people made decisions that could actually play a very crucial role in years to come for them. And the amount of books that I read, the amount of podcasts that I listened to, the amount of videos I watched, I just had so much time for myself. And that was the first time in my life I had that much amount of time completely undisturbed from any external source to focus on what I wanted to know about, to focus on how to develop my knowledge. That was just extraordinary. And that's something I feel only 2020 could have possibly given us. I don't think it's going to be like that ever unless or until another pandemic sneaks in, which I hope doesn't happen ever again. So on the negative aspect of things, I would like to look at what went wrong because those are equally important, if not more important than what went right. First thing, obviously being affected with Corona, 2 months solidly got swollen up. Because of that, I could not make videos. And then 2 months prior to that, my editor, the editor of this channel got affected with Corona. Again, 2 months went off on that. We couldn't post videos. So almost 4 months, we did not post any videos, but still managed to post 59 overall in this year, which I am grateful for. Almost 5 deaths. 4 of them were relatives. 1 was a family member. Fortunately, they were all above the age of 60, 65. but two of them were very close to me. My grandparents, both of them gone within a span of a week, just weeks apart. And an uncle of mine, so many debts. I had to deal with so many debts. I've never dealt with so many debts at such a quick span. It all happened over the month of November and December, which was pretty surprising for me. I felt that I traveled through the entire year not having to deal with any debts, and I was grateful for that. But something happened, and that took me off. That made me realize how fragile life is and how it's important for us to take care of people that we have right now with us, people who are approachable right now. That put things in a lot of perspective for me. That made me make phone calls that I never thought of making before. That was one big thing that happened in 2020, but also it taught me a very big lesson how fragile life is. It could just be gone, just like that, And the pretty obvious side effects of the lockdown: my sleep cycle got up, my diet was just out of the chart, my fitness lifestyle was not as good as it used to be. So many things that, being stuck inside a place for almost 3 to 4 months, it just made me lose my rhythm, lose my lifestyle, my circadian rhythm. Everything got up because of what 2020 put us through. Coming to a conclusion, when I look back at this year, I felt how important it is for us to let go of the past. Unfortunately, everybody has their own baggages of their past traumas. It could be losing your money, it could be getting fired from your job, it could be losing someone special, it could be a lot of things, But it's very important for us to let go of the past. Just like 2020, a lot of bad things will happen in this year, but it's very important for us to take the lessons out of it and just let the memories go. You can have the memories, but we shouldn't let it affect our present, because the present is all we have in our hands right now. What else can we do? That's all we can do right now, is to make the best use of the present. And I know all these things are, you have heard it 1,000 times before, but if you could let go of the past, somehow it's going to make you feel more productive today. And that's where my second biggest lesson of 2020 comes in: perspective. The world is exactly going to be the way it is going to be with or without our help. It doesn't matter what you do, the world is going to be the way it is going to be. You can't change much, but what you can change is ourselves. That's one big thing I did to myself this year, and I'm absolutely grateful for what I've done to myself. The perspective changed. The way I looked at things changed. Because that's all I can do. I can't influence the world. I can't influence what's happening around me, but I can influence what's happening internally. What I'm seeing, what I'm seeking, what I believe, what I like to do, what I don't like to do, all these kind of things. I decided to take charge and change my perspective completely. Such a stressful year, no doubt about it. We have adversity, we have flaws, but at the end, I feel it all boils down to your perspective, how you view things. If you have the power to look at things differently, if you have that perspective, then you have the ability to change your adversity into positivity. And I can't help but feel excited for 2021. I hope this year has more possibilities, brings you more kindness and happiness, more opportunities than the year prior. And I feel it's very important that all of us end this year with a positive note. Just walk out with the lessons that this year gave us and carry it for the rest of our lives, for the betterment of ourselves and everybody around. I hope you found this video useful, and until I see you again in another video like this, take care and stay safe. Wishing you a very positive 2021 ahead.
Take it. Take it.